There are two electrical approaches to ventricular tachycardia. There is the electrical approach to wide complex tachycardia, which is a synchronized cardioversion, and there is the electrical approach to pulseless ventricular tachycardia during cardiac arrest. When we cardiovert wide complex tachycardia, we synchronize the cardiac monitor with the patient's electrical cycle, and that is so we don't cardiovert while the myocytes are repolarizing. And we can see that repolarization with the T wave on the ECG. That upslope of the T wave is the absolute refractory period. It doesn't matter if we cardiovert there, the myocytes cannot respond to that. But the downslope of the T wave is the relative refractory period, and the myocytes can respond to stimulation then. And if you offer that stimulation there in the form of cardioversion, you can put that patient into ventricular fibrillation. That's called the R on T effect, and obviously we would like to avoid that in a patient with a pulse. However, in cardiac arrest and pulseless ventricular tachycardia, we have a different approach, a simpler approach, one that doesn't waste time. If the patient is in VTAC and we recognize VTAC when we do our pause during our compression cycles, we just defibrillate and that's it. And the reason why we do this is to just make it a simpler, easier process. Traditionally, the limb leads had to be applied to the patient in order to synchronize. Synchronization can take a couple of seconds that patient doesn't necessarily have during that perishock pause. Now, there are some people that think that we still should be performing a synchronized cardioversion in pulseless ventricular tachycardia, and some services and some providers do that. However, expert opinion is still to simply defibrillate pulseless ventricular tachycardia.